We thought that the architecture should be treated like an artwork, like a sculpture, molding and blending with the old and new. With the owner's unique vision and character, we felt that this house needed some kind of unique architectural statement and to raise awareness. We had long conversations with the homeowners regarding the design. We found out they enjoy reading and love collecting artworks and antiques. But as the time passes, we realized that they are not just an avid collector. They wanted to embrace their traditions and heritage with a touch of modernity.
My name is Kusneri Prasetyani.
And I am Ramadona. We are principal architects from Studiork. This house was built in 2019 on the East Jakarta, completed in 2021. It's a house for a young expressive family with 2 kids. The built area is about 500 square meters, with the land size about 300 square meters. The land is a triangulated shape with a sharp corner, and we designed the house detached from the neighbors as much as possible. Not only for privacy, but also to have space for natural ventilation and sunlight. We redesigned the roof and garage to have a homogeneous theme and created gaps for natural airflow into the house. The entryway's main idea is to seamlessly bring in a sense of outdoor feelings throughout the house. So we added the stone floorings that connect deep into the house from the entrance and added greenery along the 2 high walls. We also wanted a more distinct look, so we rounded some edges at the entrance and decided to remove the glass from the cantilevered canopy during the design process to make it sculptural-like. We wanted the entrance to feel grand yet humble, so we used mini wood for the door and created some imperfect texture similar to the stone flooring. We felt that the foyer should be toned down when entering, so we designed this enclosed space to be intimate and calming, a blank canvas for the owner to include their art collections. This is where the guests are invited to the owner's gallery. At the end of the foyer, the owner placed a piece of Ganesha sculpture, the god of knowledge. There is a guest room hidden behind the curved structure. The space isn't big, but it's big enough to have a bathroom inside. It's a warm and intimate space for the guests. With the foyer's dark ceiling that compresses the space, it slowly decompresses towards the courtyard garden that leads to the skylight and rooftop garden. The courtyard is designed to separate the communal area at the ground level and private rooms above. The openness allows air to circulate across 4 levels throughout the house. During the day, the sun lights up the area. This calming effect plays a big role for them as they want to live in a greener and healthier environment. Some trees are planted to grow up to the sky roof, so we added the hatch that can be opened when the trees fully mature one day. When that time comes, their dream of living under a tree will be fulfilled. The stairs are also placed in the center, aligned with the walls, facing towards the dining room. It's not only function as a pathway, it becomes a frame when you can enjoy looking at it when dining. The dining room is the heart of the house, where family and friends gather most of the time. It's between the gardens and also the living room and the pantry to have a deeper outdoor feeling in the house. We added a bay window to have more seating area and created a lush green landscape with a river. So when dining, no matter which side they sit on, they still can enjoy different parts of the gardens. At times, we feel that it quite beautifully portrays the nature landscape, like a real-time painting that changes along with time. The owners enjoy hosting a lot, but they didn't want their guests to access the kitchen area, so we block it off with this pantry area, which they can serve their guests easily as well. Rather than using a partition to separate the space, we differentiate the ceiling to define the living and dining areas. In the middle of the design process, we saw the exposed concrete above the dining and thought it was quite interesting, so we kept the look. So now without any partition, the space expanded bigger, creating an open connection between the rooms. We kept the colors neutral throughout the house, so the owners could paint it with their own colors from the artwork collections. Most antique items here come from their family and second-hand market, with a mixture of modern items they collected locally. By chance, the bench was bought from a traditional local food stall when it caught their attention while walking on the street. Now it sits nicely as a bench for guests, below an artwork by a local artist. The terrace is intentionally placed at the end of the house that has a sharp corner, and at the same time connected to the living room. We smoothened the area by adding plants and trees that extend up to the upper levels. This breakout area is where the owners and guests can relax after meals, making the dead space a livable one. A private living area is placed on the second level as a transitional space between the common area and the bedrooms. This also acts as a buffer when guests head up to the rooftop garden. A small private lounge spot is also added at the corner, directly above the entrance, which allows them to see any visitors from above.
One of the conversations we had at the beginning of the design stage was that they wanted the morning sunlight to energize them. Therefore, we placed the master bedroom all along the way on the eastern side of the house. We tried using the wide windows for the entire bedroom, but we planted some more trees to filter the sunlight and also for some privacy. We also added a glass spot bay window to enjoy the exclusive view of the courtyard garden from the bedroom, a place where the owner can see and be seen. The owner loves spending quality time reading books in the bathtub, as well as enjoying the morning sunlight. We designed it to be as open as possible and placed the bathtub right in front the large window. The window can be opened to allow more natural light and fresh air in, with the plants outside as a small privacy barrier. The owner thought of having a pool at the rooftop, but decided to create a tropical garden because they are concerned about climate change. That's where we are very glad to be able to design the garden for them. This garden helps to reduce the house temperatures and at the same time absorbs carbon dioxide. The rooftop garden also functions as an extension of the living room for guests together, having deep conversations and blend with the nature that surrounds it.
This house is designed to respond to the need to engage nature and surrounding neighborhood with their unique cultural background. We also found that here in the house, a healthy living space should have good natural lighting and air ventilation, and could be pushed further to bring trees and plants into the house, not just the outdoors.
We can also learn how the owner embraces their family's heritage and blends it with modern style. It's a message that they wanted to tell the younger generation to appreciate. We see the culture inherited to the owner have to be upheld and respected, as it is the root of their lives. Understanding their culture means having better architecture to be their canvas for their future living, so the house can age and grow along with them.